Yo! Video games.
Yeah. Clay Fighters was a great rental game. Me growing up, I'm like, hey, fuck it.
I think I still remember some of the passwords for this game. The cheat codes.
The cheat codes?
Yeah, there's like double vision.
Sensor.
Senor Deadass, thank you, dude.
Dead ass.
I said like the rare passwords were all like fun play on words and shit.
Diddy Kong Racing!
Yeah! I am Tip Top.
Chat, what's a game you rented? You're like, damn, I gotta get this game.
How many do I have?
I rented and beat Resident Evil 3 on PlayStation. Didn't need to get it after that. Trying to think. Game that you rented and you're like, you have to get it.
Fuck! I don't have the Grand Prix in here.
I don't know. Usually, like... It's a good question.
Ancient Lake.
There's a game you rented and you're like, holy shit.
It's a good question. I don't know. For me, game rentals were expensive.
Yeah, they
Like,
were
I couldn't afford that shit.
Like
My parents
$5.
couldn't afford it either.
No, the thing
We
is,
didn't have the money to afford, like, video rentals all the time.
yeah, it wasn't like all the time, but like every once in a while, it'd be like, yeah, you know, because they were much more expensive than renting a cassette
Yeah, for sure.
or renting a VHS. But every once in a while, your mom's like, yeah, you know what, go ahead, and you're like, yes, especially when you went to your friend's house. That's when I rented most of my games. I barely rented when I was by myself. I would always rent when I'd go to my buddy's house.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, hey mom, I'm sleeping over. You know, like I rarely like.
So, Mario Kart pissed off Rare that bad. They're like, we can fucking do this better.
Well, this was supposed to be RC Pro-Am 64,
Oh wow.
and then Nintendo basically I forget what game was supposed to be out in the fall of '97. I think it was Zelda. And they were like, fuck, it's not gonna make it. And they're like, Rare, we need a fucking game. And they're like, how about you repurpose RC Pro-Am to be Diddy? Like, we'll give you the Diddy Kong character. And they're like, okay.
And all the other Rare characters. It's like Banjo and Conker is in this, right?
Yeah, Banjo and Conker.
So this is a late N64 game, because Conker was late in N64.
No, it's 97. Conker was delayed its entire existence of that system. It was supposed to be
Steve Fighter, thank you,
Street
dude.
Fighter.
You're saying Conker was in this before he was... Yes, he must
Yeah,
have been.
he is. Originally, he was going to be in a cutesy 3D platformer called Conker's Quest, then got renamed to 12 Tales Conker 64, which then got changed to Conker's Bad Fur Day. But it was shown off in 96, and it just kept getting delayed over and over, and finally, eventually, that Rare would just... I mean, that's what I was asking Robin about, that dinner we were having, that lunch. I was asking him about a bunch of, like, random shit I knew about the weird development of that game. And a lot of it just was like, it was the KI team at the time. And originally the idea was like, they were kind of like burnt out on doing like KI stuff. So like, let's just do something a little bit more bright and colorful. But then they're like, fuck this, we don't want to do this either. And they didn't really know what to do.
Making a raunchy drunken tale?
Right, so... Because then Rare ended up doing way too much colorful, cartoony shit for the N64.
Because he's Simmons. That's
And then they were like, okay, so like, what do we do? Like, they were trying to figure out what is the hook for Conker. What should we be doing? And forget who it was. But one of the Rare alumni basically came up with
Stampers
this,
or something?
Not a Stamper, I don't think. I think it was one of the Baylesses, maybe. Basically, he came up with this mission structure where, like, you grab this beehive and you escort this bee down. And when you get to the bottom of the hill, it turns into a turret. Then you take control of the turret and you machine gun down all the wasps that were attacking you before. In a violent, bloody, gruesome manner. And they're like, that's it. That's what we need to do. We need to make a game that's basically just this parody of all this cutesy shit.
Yeah, damn, I didn't even realize that Conker's Bad Fur Day is a parody of their existing games.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even realize that. I thought it was just a raunchy game, right, for the sake of just being raunchy. But it's literally just a polar contrast of all the really like kid-friendly, cutesy stuff they had been doing for so goddamn long, and to make like the complete polar opposite raunch fest with tits and guns and Matrix references and bad humor.
This is the game I rented.
Left 2.
Wasn't there like a what's the Uma Thurman movie? Yeah, not Kill Bill, the other one, way earlier.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. There's like a Pulp Fiction reference in that game
I
too.
believe so, yeah.
The dancing. Like, yeah, this is a rented game. I remember I rented Mace the Dark Age. I had fun with it. Me and my homies, we played that shit. We're having a blast.
Yeah. There was a weird moment
I
on
think-
Twitter where I had randomly said, "I am the great mighty Pooh, and I will throw my shit at you." And I got Rare like retweeted it, and I got contacted by the great mighty Pooh. The guy that did the
guy
voice.
saying it?
Yeah. He's like, it's a good rendition.
Good rendition.
I'm the great mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you.
Yeah, that's right. Conker jumps in like a power loader.
He does jump
From-
in a power
from
loader.
Aliens.
The last boss is a xenomorph.
Just is.
Just is, yeah, because you're confronting the last boss in his at the end of his lair or whatever. And then like he starts like, no, I think it's from Barry or something. I don't remember. I think it's the last boss. You think you're gonna fight him, but then he starts convulsing and shit, and then all of a sudden, xenomorphs burst out of his chest. So then it eats Barry, his girlfriend, I think, and then he runs into a closet and comes out in a power lifter and get away from her, you bitch! And that's how. Then you do a last boss fight. You have to throw it off the goddamn airlock.
That's funny.
That is how Conker's Bad Fur Day ends.
How funny.
Spoilers!
Spoilers!
No!
My fiction!
Who let dogs up? Who let you?
This game is just Sonic Adventure All-Star
Yep.
Racing.
Yeah.
Transform. Got it. But some levels are locked to it. You don't transform in between.
No, you never transform mid-race.
Yeah. That's
You choose, basically.
that's Sonic Racing Transforms gimmick.
Yeah.
Young Goon was just about to play the game.
Is Conker restricted on Twitch? It's not that raunchy. It's not even anywhere close like a God of War game or something like that.
Yeah, God of War is. Kratos is
Fucking
downtown.
minigame.
I mean, you do pollinate a flower in Conker. Giant tits.
Go the 500 baby.
Xeno Craig, thank you again, dude. Holy shit.
Well played.
I feel like this game sort of shits all over Wave Race.
A little bit, but Wave
Because
Race,
it's like
man.
Wave
I
Race
love
with so
Wave
much more
Race.
stuff you can do.
Oh my god, Wave Race was one of my favorite rentals. I rented it and I fucking bought it.
I think we played it like a long while back, but it's one of those games that is like super basic, super bare bones, kind of like, this is the game, that's it.
Yep. It's very...
Like a Sega arcade game.
It's
you know?
very much
Yeah.
like a Sega arcade game, for sure.
I love doing like Jet Moto is a good rental, yeah.
Ugh. Those games suck. I thought those games sucked ass when I was a kid, and I think they suck ass when I'm an adult, dude. Those games suck.
They don't control well.
They don't.
No,
They
they don't
control
control
like
well.
absolute trash, and they don't look good. I don't know how the fuck they got
I-
3 Jet Motos.
Because it was like futuristic.
Everyone was hyped up on the juice at the time.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, the frame rate. You want to talk about dog shit frame rate?
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to fucking, yeah.
Hydro Thunder. Hydro Thunder was like a more effective Jet Moto.
Yes.
I mean, that's it. Thanks for the 1,000 bits. Hydro Thunder was like
Oh, yeah.
Jet Moto, but you know, like this with shortcuts and shit like that.
Pirate again.
Pirate again.
I'm shocked at how much I can actually remember and handle this shit. I played a lot of this game.
Hydro Thunder.
Fuck.
I was super hyped for the N64 when I was younger. This seemed amazing. And I got sick of waiting because it was delayed so much.
Yeah.
And then I saw ads for like the Sega Saturn, and it had Virtua Cop, and it had like Panzer Dragoon 2, and it had Virtua Fighter, and I was just like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna buy a Saturn, because Saturn was on sale for $199.
I just waited. And like, I remember PlayStation was out, but I just didn't get it. Like, and I got a Nintendo 64. But then later on, like as I got older, and I really want PlayStation.
Yeah. Final Fantasy VII was the did it for me for PlayStation. And then it became RPG Land, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. And then it became like this much
Game Land.
better, like one-player experience. And then fighting game experience too.
Yeah.
Well, I had to
So
get,
many goddamn fighting games
I had
on.
to get the...
There was like there was very few fighting games on N64.
Oh yeah, and they were
Oh crap.
Fighter
They're
of
all-
Destiny.
I argue like KI is probably the best one.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Once
I
again.
remember I got my PlayStation from Costco, and it was a bundle. I got the Costco bundle. That was awesome. That shit was wrapped up in that plastic that you had to like cut, and it became like a dangerous edge of plastic. That could
Oh yeah, they
could-
mostly got
could
rid of that
kill you.
shit, you know?
But yeah, that shit could kill you. Like I think a couple of kids like accidentally, you know, like
Yeah, I don't know why they make
cut themselves.
like when they used to buy like third-party controllers and stuff like that, they'd be
Yeah.
wrapped up in those like insanely sharp plastics that you don't. The only way to open it would be to cut it open.
Yeah.
I don't think they make those anymore, really.
So
No.
this course was the course Naughty Dog took and said, can we recreate this course on the PlayStation to see if we could even do Crash Team Racing the first time?
And is it still in the game?
Well, people have been looking for it, I guess, forever, seeing if any data mine or
And
any
trilogy.
version of the game has it somewhere. I don't think it does. I think Mike did a whole Mythbusters or whatever
About it?
about that specifically, like seeing if,
So it's just like a test,
yeah,
an internal test.
yep.
The and it's funny because Crash Team Racing is actually really good looking on PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a good looking PS1 game, and it runs really well too. I remember it having been pretty smooth. Smoother than this.
Oh, you know what game I liked? It was the Disney Adventure Racing. You raced through Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wasn't that also rare?
Rare did Mickey Speedway USA on N64.
But I don't. Was it that one, Simmons, that had like the Pirates of the
I
Caribbean?
don't know. I never actually played Mickey Speedway USA.
Yeah, do not do this one 4-player. Yeah. I was like almost all of them.
It was almost any 4-player game on N64, to be honest. 4-player, like even Mario Kart is like, Jesus, just squinting and looking at pixels. We did have those Mario Kart 4-player nights, and it was like, fuck, man, what are we looking at?
I don't know. We did that. That was a game I just played constantly. Played fucking balloon battle non-stop. Yeah, I remember like the whole console wars to me just started when I was a kid because like I had the Nintendo 64 and my friends had the PlayStation. I was like, oh yeah, you gotta just sit there and load your games like forever. I can go make a hot pocket while your game has to load. That was like me talking trash to the kid who had PlayStation. I had N64.
I remember like even before that, like hoping I would have a Sega Saturn for loading, because loading was different and crazy.
Yeah.
So it was just like, man, it's gonna be so cool when games load. But you don't have any perspective of like what that means, that you have to like wait. So yeah, you had to wait for your goddamn game to load.
Yeah.
It wasn't any good at all. It was like, oh, new technology, weird, right? No, it was terrible. And now we're just getting away from that.
Yeah.
It's only taken like 30 fucking years.
Yeah, dude.
Lap 2.
Well, a lot of the 2D games, you know, barely, but Neo Geo's worth loading. Like that. But god dang.
Did I play much Sonic games? Outside of Sonic 1 and 2, no. No, I played Sonic 1 and 2, and that was about it. Yo, Chinny, thank you, dude.
Fuck.
Eternal, yeah.
Yeah, Returnal does not have any loading.
Pretty crazy.
It's one of the things that makes it really easy to just keep playing. It just never loads.
Pretty good.
Alright, Kenny, you want to pick one more or something? Anything Destiny playing on this thing?
Damn.
Block Bubble?
What about now? It's time to rock with the bigger
Oh,
the
Simmons.
What?
Fire up Donkey Kong.
Oh.
Oh, Donkey Kong.
I just want to
rap.
hear the intro.